gateway there, right there, and we're gonna split the cases. So here I'm taking off the connecting rod, and there's Allen keys right here, and I did heat up a little bit over here, both sides, and I'm trying to take this off now. So it came off fairly easy. I had to use like an extender, and I went really soft on it, and it did come loose. So I'm gonna take this off and inspect it. This is the what you call the sludge trap. So I had this dipped in my parts cleaner for a couple of days, and this is fairly clean, but once I take all of this off, I'm gonna check all inside and everything. And I've come this far, might as well go through all of this. And I was gonna skip this one, and then a friend of mine told me, no, you gotta go through it. And I wasn't sure if these bikes had a sludge trap, so I know BSA and Triumph does, but I found out, so, and there it is. Let me mention this while I have you here. There's a split pin that goes on this end, both sides. So I had to take those off. So there's 1, 2, and then 3 on this side, 3 and 4. So those got to come off before these screws got to come out. So here I have both of the connecting rods off. They have numbers on them. 817E, and this one has 816. So this part right here, there's a little cutaway right there on both sides. So those will be on the inside part of him, and this part that's kind of smooth will be the outside. So for me, the 16 is on the drive side, and then 17 is on the timing side, on this side. So I'm gonna clean this up and see what's going on here. I'm gonna take all this kind of mucky oil right here, clean it up, see what's going on, and they look fairly good. I'm gonna check out the inside over here too, and see if they're to the spec, and we'll go from there. The assembly of the bike, I'm gonna start with the neck right here. And these are all some of the parts there. Still, engine has to be rebuilt. Starting right here, this is the cone. This part is cone, and this part on the bottom is like a cone. So there's a taper right in here. On this other side, this is flat, and it has 19 of the 1/4 inch balls. This has been painted, lightly painted. This one too. The threads are clear of the paint. On the swinging arm part, so we have these. These will go on the inside, on both sides. One there, and the other one's over here. So, and then this is the swinging arm. It's been painted. This thing was powder coated, so I cleared that. And this thing goes right in there. And that will ride in this stud right here. There's grease nipples on each side, so that when you grease it, it comes out of here, goes on the inside over here, and then I guess the extra goes right in there, and it seeps out of here, any excess. So before I put it, I'm gonna grease this up, grease this part up, and so on both sides over here, these things lock it up. Have this set up on here loosely. The way this thing goes right here is so you have this shroud for the shock, and this aluminum piece goes right in here. There's a rubber piece that goes on top. You can see from inside right there, fits right in there, and this thing will go right on top of here. Now these are aftermarket reproductions. The original ones I've shown you earlier. I'm gonna just go with these for now. So I'm trying to put this on here, and there's a bit tight in there. So I'm gonna have to loosen this up on top, and then this will raise up a little bit. Then I should have enough space in between here to get this, and then I'll tighten this up again. So this part is done. All of this, got this on there, got the bolt on there. Next is getting this part on, getting this aligned, and so the rest of it. Then will come the shock and all. I had ordered new stanchions for the bike. These bushings are still the old ones. They fit right on there. So when I ordered new stanchions, they came with a spring, and they come with a new guide and a nut. So this is the setup for the new, and this is how it was. So this was taken out, and this was taken out. So I'll replace this side with the new and a nut. So the dia on this is smaller than this one because the new stanchions are thicker, and so they have to accommodate for that. So if you try to fit this old one in there, it won't fit. So this is what I have. I kept the original nut here. It's more solid than this one, and then this is new. Rest is all as it was. I cleaned the tubes nicely inside. I see why they supply the nut also for this tube right here. The spring is also narrow inside, and but it does fit. So I pushed it in and it does fit. Let me show you on this other one. If I push this in there, it will go in there. So I'm gonna leave this old one on here for now. And so the spring's in there, the setup's in there, and this will go right there. I'm gonna get them both ready, and then we'll go to the next step. Might be missing something here. A slight tap. On both sides. All good. Just check. I think this is better than tapping. I can get a better grip on here. There we go. Got it? Moving forward. So this is all clean. I made sure these are all snug tight in here so they don't come off, and they're straight. A lot of these get bent. Next, we take the stanchion with this, run it through in here. Once I see this, then I know I'm good. You'll need some pressure to push it through. Next, after this, top bush goes on. They'll get tapped in here. It should go fairly easy, but we'll see. Maybe I have to clean this a little bit, but this will get pushed in there. After that, this is the oil seals. They'll go through and they'll get screwed onto over here. Once that's done, this I will have to push from the top and then get this, maybe a few threads on there. Then I'll put the bottom nut on there and pull this whole thing through. And it'll look something like this once it's done. This is here, and that's the bottom nut on there without the washer yet. But there's a flat washer that goes underneath here, and that's the shock is all complete. And that is all the way sitting nicely. Put this through. These are aftermarket, or they're new ones. The original ones that came off look like this. They do have a little space here. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Why is that happening? This seal, the oil, did come with another washer in here, and I don't see any reason for having that. I'm gonna try without that washer. Frame goes back on the table, and this is what it's looking like right now. You guys wondering how come I didn't paint this? I'm gonna just wait. I just wanted to assemble this part right here, and I can go back and I'll get this painted. So I have the shock right here, all complete. Now it goes into the frame, starting right here. Be careful. So I gotta run it through this thing inside, and then the triple tree. So show the inside from this side. From this side. Come on this side. Yeah, put the one hand there. Just show the inside over here. Okay, there it goes. You see that come through right here? See it come through here. This is all good. And so once I get it to this point right here, this is where the threads start. And this thing, that's the footrest stud. That's the same size Allen key or size. I think it's 1/2 inch. That will go right in here. And I'll have to turn it this way while keeping pressure on the bottom. And these threads are gonna catch the gasket on top. So they're long threads. It might take a while. There it goes. So this thing is, I can tighten that later on, but all this, the shock, the stanchion is all the way home here. I'll take this out. So now this front end is complete. I have to tighten this. All these things I'll tighten later on once I put the wheel in all.